An anti-gang unit has been deployed to Mitchell's Plain in Cape Town after 3 men and a woman were shot dead. According to reports, 3 suspects drove up to a house in the early hours of this morning and fired shots before fleeing. It's suspected the shooting could be gang-related. Ronald Masinda is joining us now live from Mitchell's Plain. Ronald, more details have emerged about some of the people who were shot. A community leader knew them.
Yes, indeed, Chan. Well, that is the story that the community member, Bonita Woods, told us, saying that she knew one of the people that were gunned down very well, a young man who was crying for help, a young man who was hooked into drugs and hung out with the wrong crowd. She says that she also knew the family of that young man very well. The mother obviously very distraught, saying that, you know, this young man wanted help from the community to get out of the drugs and the situation that he found himself in, because the actual house that this crime took place was a house that many community members have been complaining about for months on end, saying that it is a drug den and it is a place where a lot of gangsters hang around. Let's take a listen to what Bonita Woods had to say about one of the deceased.
Yes, very shocked to the community, and mostly for me it's very shocked because I'm the sub-forum chairperson, not for the Portlands area, for the Westridge area. And I've known the one deceased, I've known him very, very personally. Likewise, the other one, 2 of them, which I just spoke to on Friday, that wanted me to, they reached out for help to put them into a rehab, and I was going to do that. Like as in tomorrow we were going to put them in at the park. You know, for me it's very sad because first of all, before anything else, they're human beings and they've got family, mothers, fathers and those type of things.
And Ronald, this of course is Cobbin. She also says the community is scared to come forward and help police with these kinds of cases.
Indeed, well, she also said that, you know, as much as the police have been criticized for not trying to curb the gang violence in the areas, that they are trying their best because they are incredibly understaffed here in Mitchell's Plain. She says that you will be fortunate to see at least one police vehicle pass the streets of Portlands where this actual incident took place. She has lauded some of the police, saying that they do cooperate with some of the neighborhood watches that take place here in Mitchell's Plain, but also it is up to the community to really try and stop the scourge of gang violence in the area. Let's take a listen to what she had to say furthermore.
What's happening in our areas with this senseless, brutal killings, for me, it's not on. Being a community leader in our area with our police, we're trying our utmost best to reach out to these youth, but we need more help. You know, more help we need to get this thing, to try and curb this thing. As it comes to our police, to our SAPS is eager to come out and to help us, especially houses like these. We can give the SAPS the numbers of the houses as what happened this morning. They were always there to go and check these houses out. But like I told you, we don't have a police van on every corner of the street. And that is the reason why we want our community to stand up and help. But community is also scared. They fear for their lives because if things like this happen and you, even if you've seen it, you saw it, then you must, your ears and eyes must be open, because when are they coming for me? When they're coming for you?
So Mitchell's Plain, of course, is one of the places where the army has been deployed due to high crimes there. I mean, does the community actually feel like everything has been a little better since the army's deployment or not?
Well, the SANDF has certainly been lauded for their efforts. Bonita having said earlier that, you know, she really congratulates government for deploying the SANDF here, because the crime has really dropped quite drastically in terms of gang violence. She says that although Mitchell's Plain is one of the 10 areas on the Cape Flats where the army is present, that, you know, Mitchell's Plain has really, it's a huge area, one of the biggest suburbs in South Africa, but the crime has really dropped. So this incident, it has taken a lot of people by surprise. It's not often that we've heard of such a mass killing here in Mitchell's Plain, but certainly this one has taken a lot of people by surprise. A lot of people on the edge, Shahan. We were on the edge earlier. That is why we outside of the police station. We were basically told that gangsters will drive us away. People will drive us away that are concerned about our reporting outside of the actual crime scene. So that's why we're here. But in a nutshell, people are really happy with the SANDF's efforts. Of course, there's been a mixed reaction throughout the communities of Cape Town or on the Cape Flats. People saying that, you know, in Bonteheuwel at one stage, not even a single killing was reported of gang violence in 1 month, which was a huge improvement from previous months where 40+ gang killings took place on one given month. So the SANDF certainly been lauded for their efforts. Obviously, they're working in conjunction with the police and trying to curb gang violence, which has been on the increase. SAPS also saying that since the SANDF has been deployed here, over 1,000 arrests have been made. So no one knows actually whether the perpetrators of today's crime will be arrested, but people are certainly on the edge, especially in that community of Portlands and Mitchells Plain.